right, good morning, y'all. This is the last hour of the morning of May 22nd. Thank y'all for your time. Just thank y'all for being here. More than anything, I appreciate your attention. This is an interactive workshop as well. I'll do a lot of talking, but I'll ask for a lot of feedback. Not only will I ask for feedback, you will have a clear vision statement by the time we end the class. I'm gonna ask you a little bit about your goals as well. And it's not gonna be all about me. I really want to make it about you. So there's going to be a portion where I allow you to introduce yourself. You can just take 30 seconds to do so. Don't take up too much time. If need be, definitely. But what I want to do is I really want to be specific about crafting my presentation based on what it is that you are doing in your life. What you see your vision, where you headed, where you are currently, because I really want you to get the most out of this, okay? So today's presentation is crafting a clear professional vision. Big thank you to Elias for giving me this time as well. And shout out to Nevada Partners, UNLV. Thanks, John. So a little bit about me. My name is Brandon Ward. I'm an author. I have 4 publications out there, all on Amazon. My first book was The Pain of a Man. My second book was The Manifesting Playbook, which is a journal. It's a 90-day journal. I encourage everybody to get that journal because it really does help people set their vision based on who they are. Not about what I think you should do, not about what other people think you should do, but it's me asking you the questions and helping you guide you through that process of pretty much tailoring your own approach to your life and then being intentional every day. You know, every day you wake up knowing is what I need to do in order to get closer to my goals, in order for me to reach my, get further on my journey. I'm also a speaker. I love motivational speaking. I've spoken on platforms from elementary school, middle school, high school. I've spoken at colleges. I've even spoken at conferences for business organizations. I can tailor a speech to any crowd. And that's what I take my pride in. That's my passion. I'm also a business coach. I'm certified through Action Coach. It's a business coach platform that was created by Brad Sugars. Yeah, Action Coach. It's amazing. They have their headquarters here, and they were actually the organization who got me into business coaching, taught me everything that I know about business, about the structure, the philosophy, but more than anything, the mindset of what it takes to be a business owner and how to create successful business owners. Over the last 2 years, I've done nothing but business advise and help other businesses form their business and then create success, grow. I've coached amazing businesses like Grits. I coached Some New Marketing. I've coached the Urban Chamber of Commerce and other businesses as well. My business is the We Mentality, where we focus on team and professional development, but more than anything, leadership development. I have this idea right now where I'm going to create these awards, and these awards are going to be called Culture and Leadership Awards, where I go to businesses amongst our community to figure out what businesses are really serving the community, not just from customer service, but also from nonprofits, right? How are you building up these teams? How are you building up education? And then acknowledging these companies for doing so, and then acknowledging the leaders who have made those decisions to do those things. So I'll be partnering with all of the chambers here. Hopefully I'll have a partnership with the city and the county here as well. It's going to be huge, though. I know it's going to be huge. My newest role is I'm a business advisor with VBOC. It's the Veteran Business Outreach Center. So I help out any transitioning military servicemen that's coming out of the military and they want to start a business or they want to go in entrepreneurship. And then we also help their families and their spouses as well. And then I'm a certified DISC and motivators practitioner. That's more about personality and behaviors. That's the tool that I use to help people identify who they are, where they are currently, and then make sure that they're in the right space and the right environment for them to thrive in. Y'all learn more about that in weeks to come. But enough about me. I want to learn about y'all. So I don't know who would like to volunteer and go first. You took a picture, so we might as well get the reciprocation. Okay. So I just need your name. I want your name, your business, and your why. And when I say your why, it can be your purpose. It can be what you feel like you were put here to do. It could be God-given. It could be somebody appointed you. But I want to know what it is you feel like you're here for. And then what are you trying to accomplish by being here?
Okay. All right. I'm Dan King, and I'm here to develop a business that provides transportation and touring services for people that are coming here to visit. Um, and my why, man, my why is kind of big. I don't know if it's enough time to give all my why, but for that particular business is that I like driving. I like meeting people. Um, and there is a big transportation need here. So I'd like to just take it another level and give people more of a customized concierge type of service in driving them from place to place versus what just a simple Uber or a taxi would do. I want to customize in terms of giving them a preference in their listening pleasure, the climate of the vehicle, stops along the way, touring, etc.
I love
That's
it.
my.
That's your
Did I
why.
get it all? That's my why.
Yeah, you got it. I appreciate you.
Yeah,
Say your name again.
Dan King.
Dan King.
Yep.
That was Dan King.
Yep.
Next.
My name is Rashonda. My business is Wild Waves USA. It is a online prescription eyewear company. My why is I'd like to make eyewear more affordable. My target is low-income families. Glasses are expensive, and I'd like to make eyewear affordable for low-income families where they can afford eyewear and then have the different stylish, not just the ugly, free ones, but they can have some that they be proud to wear.
Okay.
That's my why.
I love that. Thank you.
Mhm.
How long you been wearing glasses?
4 years.
All right.
How you guys doing? I'm Adamari. I've been running a business called Simply Glass for around 4 going on to 5 years. I actually just switched over back into photography and videography just because I found that my why is capturing moments. So as in Simply Glass and videography and photography, it has always been capturing moments. I love just being able to hold on to something that's not always there forever. Sometimes I like to tell people that, again, home isn't always a place, but a person as well. So I really like the emotional relevance behind it all.
Okay. I love it. And you love what you do?
Yeah.
All right. Sound like it.
Hello, everyone. My name is Zarjay Lucky. I have a business called With Flip and Slay. It's about a month old now. The reason of me going into hair business is because I have some issues, and I also had Bell palsy happen to my face. So I like to make women into makeovers so they can be able to disregard their health issue and you still can be beautiful as well. So I love to see the difference from the before and the after effect, and even in the process of making over any of my clients, no matter if it's a nail makeover, hair makeover, makeup makeover, I love the enthusiasm that they get on their face, and they tell me, I never seen this side of me before. Like, you pull something else out of me, I pull the confidence out of them. So that's what I love about my business.
I love it.
Thank you.
Spell your name for me real quick.
ADAMARI.
ARI?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, how y'all doing? My name is Avrion Sanders. My name is Avrion Sanders. I am a youth coordinator here at Nevada Partners, and I have a strong passion for the youth and ensuring that everyone has the right tools for success and making sure that they get done what they want to get done and making sure that they're in the right position that they want to be in life.
All right. Thank you.
My name is Kevin Johnson. This is my first time introducing myself. I'm a cool person. Sometimes I could be shy if I don't know you. I really don't even know what this is for. I don't know if I hope I'm not messing anything up, but that's the end of the story.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Can you share if you're in school, your age?
Oh yeah, like my school. Like I go to Cheyenne. I was going to Cheyenne and it's summer now. I'm 17, and my dream job is making money. Just making money, having a good business, selling dogs or something.
He said selling dogs. Did you hear that?
Did you say selling dogs? That's awesome.
We got something. John, go ahead.
Yeah, my name is John Stevenson, and I am I work with UNLV and Nevada Partners for the Tourism Business Igniter. The fundamental why behind what I do is community. My skill set, my passion, my heart, my focus, and pretty much whatever I've worked in has always been, how to make the community better. I'm proud of my city, proud of my community, and wherever I go, I try to lend more value to the community.
I love it. Now, John, you feel like you're doing that currently?
I do, actually. It could, as always, you always want to see things come together a little quicker than they do. But then when you look back over it, you find that you covered a lot of ground, that you didn't even anticipate covering. So you think zigging might be the way to get a lot of stuff done, and then you find out you did a lot of zagging and you got even more stuff done. So, life is about zigs or zags, and sometimes you don't get to pick, Yeah.
That's why I love it. Elias? And then we'll do surreal after. And then we'll go. Hey, everybody.
Hey everyone, what's up? My name is Elias Benjaloon, and my business is TechStart. I'm also really grateful to be here at Nevada Partners to work with all of y'all as an entrepreneur in residence, as an instructor. My why is like multiple layers to it. At the foundation of it, it's scoring happy points for myself, my community, my family, and people around me. Just like create like a more prosperous world, and then more specifically, it's help empower people in this digital revolution, as opposed to what we're seeing, which is a lot of folks getting disrupted.
Love it. You feel like you're serving your why?
I think so.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you.
Surreal.
Yes. All right. So my name is Surreal. I do my company's Oscuro Creations, and in Spanish is Oscuro, but in English is Dark Creations. All right. Just love being a photographer, creator, able to capture the moment, but also being part of helping people hear how to, helping people learn how to build online presence too. Why is it important? The quality photo or video could change so much.
I love it. Now,
Yes.
real quick.
Yes.
Say your why in Spanish.
My why?
Like it's a class full of Espanol.
Okay. Why? Okay.
El why.
Okay, mi por qué es porque siempre he sido que quiero ayudar a mi familia esté en una posición donde el dinero no es un problema, y después también poder seguir impactando a muchas familias.
I don't know what he said, but usually when people talk in Spanish, it sounds like passion.
And seguir impactando más familias.
Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, there's a reason why I connected the why, right? Your why, because your why has a lot to go with your vision. So I'm gonna go back to my previous slide. Everything that you see that I've done here is attached to my why. I love helping people be better, reach their full potential, identify their full potential, and then how do you leverage that? How do you monetize that, right? Your skill set, your story, what have you overcome? I feel like those things are what really matter, and I think that it brings value and it differentiates you from anybody else. It doesn't matter if anyone does what you do, because your story is your story, your skill set is your skill set. But what's even more important is the skill set that you're going to continue to grow, right? That you're going to continue to develop. Because in order for us to be where we at, we've done the things that we need to do. In order for us to get to where we need to get to, there's some skills that we need to develop as well along the way. Being an author was me telling my story. Simple as that. I had something bad happen to me. I found a way to tell my story and leverage it, right? Being a speaker, it was a way for me to speak it out, right? Go in front of a stage, go in front of a crowd, tell my story and attach my story to some foundation, to some education. Being a business coach is how I help businesses leverage and thrive and create family legacy, right? That's how I use that. My business itself is to help businesses help their employees be better. Being a business advisor is me helping out veterans. It's more purpose right behind it, helping even more people be even more successful. And then in order for me to do so, I had to educate myself. So I became a DISC practitioner and a motivators practitioner. It was one thing for me to motivate you, but it's so much better for me to be able to connect with you. If I can connect with you, get you to tell me what it is that you want to do, get you to open up and tell me what your problems are, now it's up to me to be able to have a solution to those problems. But in order for me to do that, I have to connect with you, right? All right. So we're going to go to our first actual slide. The We Mentality's vision is to empower and inspire individuals and businesses to overcome obstacles achieve their fullest potential, and create sustainable success through innovative solutions, personal development, and collaborative growth. Our motto is no one wants you to win more than we do. That's my motto. I only win when my clients, when the people that I serve win, when they develop. But I don't get to just talk to them during their best times. I get to talk to them at their weakest as well, right? I get to have clients that their spouse had just passed away and now they don't know what to do. I get to have the clients that's going through the divorce. I get to have the clients that's going through the hard times, right? Because I got to get them to focus. One thing about business is no matter what happens in your life, the business continues to keep going. So whether you stopped and you having a hard time, the business has an expectation to flow as if there's no problems. Your customers don't really care about your problems, right? If they're spending their money and they want a service, that's what they expect for you to provide. And my goal is to make sure that I get people back solid footing on their foundation so that they can not just be there for their customers, but they got to be there for their team, they got to be there for their family, and they got to be there for their community as well. Importance of a professional vision. So the definition of a professional vision is a clear and compelling statement that outlines long-term goals, values, and aspirations of a business or organization, right? The goals and the values. People don't understand that when you create this vision statement, that this is like the foundation of what your business is going to become in the future. The goal as a business owner is not for you to be in the business every day and work that business. That vision statement itself, it tells people exactly what our mission is, no matter at what point in time that you come into this business, whether it's the beginning, the middle, or years down the line. Now, it's every business owner's responsibility to make sure that they create a culture that resembles that business. Because you can't say you want to do these great things, but your culture and the way you act is totally opposite of that. People are going to snuff that out real quick. Not just your customers, but employees too. And people only need money for so long before they find something else new. And they will expose you, right? They will completely expose you. And that's why I'm coming up with the program that I'm coming up with, because not only do I want to acknowledge the people that are doing well in our community, but I also want to help out the people who are not doing so well. A vision provides direction and focus. So when we create a vision, say if I create a vision now and I say I want to help out 1 million kids identify their personality, because that's my why. My main goal is helping at least every child in the Clark County School District understand their personality, their behaviors, so they know what it is that they want to do. It's often that I hear high schoolers, I hear not middle schoolers. My middle schoolers are a little more creative about what they want to do. My elementary students, they have much more creativity than my middle schoolers and my high schoolers do. My high schoolers, they don't know what they want to do. Right. Unless they're in like an AVID program and somebody been really focused on that relationship and their personal growth. A lot of times my high school, you ask them, what are you good at? They say, I don't know. What's your goal? They say, I just want to make money. I just heard that, to be honest with you. I just heard that in the last hour. I heard somebody come here and say, I don't really know what I'm good at. I don't know what I want to do. I know I want to make money. All right, well, I can put you in a situation to make money, but are you going to be good at that? Not only that, how long are you going to want to do that? Because although we can do anything, we shouldn't be doing anything, right? We should be very specific about what it is that we as an individual do. In order for us to understand that, we have to get to know who we are. Next, a vision enhances motivation and commitment. So a good vision statement can have buy-in from everybody. Let me go back to mine. To empower and inspire individuals and businesses to overcome obstacles, achieve their fullest potential, and create sustainable success. That sound like something you want to be a part of? Yeah. Not just receive it. You want to, especially if you're an empathetic person, you want to give that. I want to be the reason. When a person go on stage and they, I want to thank my wife, I want to thank this, I want to thank this, but I can't forget about my business coach, Brandon Ward, right? That's everything to me. I mean, of course, I want them to pay me too, but I want the acknowledgement as well, right? But the acknowledgement is why I do free work as well. That's why I can come into this class and I can do free presentations. Yes, sir. Is the mission and vision statement the same? Not the same. So the vision is a vision of the overall encompass of what you want to achieve. The mission is how you're going to achieve it. right? And then we'll go into the core values later, because the core values is the type of person and the type of people that you need in your organization in order to achieve that. And that, it all comes together. When you go into a person's, so anybody that's looking for a job in here, go to that company's website, look at their mission, their vision, and their core values, and see how you fit. Because if you really does fit those core values, they'll fit you. Oh, I have that characteristic. I'm honest. I'm respectful. I'm a good communicator. I love to learn. I want to grow. If I'm somebody and I don't want to grow, I don't want to develop, and I see that inside the core values, that's not the company I should be working for. They're probably going to push me to a limit I'm not willing to go. So why even wasting people's time, right? And this is why your vision is so important, and you want to be very specific. So when you go into your interviews and you're recruiting people, they have to fit that. If they don't fit that vision, that mission, and they don't fit those core values, you don't put them people in your company. Same thing is when you're dealing with your partners. If your partners don't fit that same core values, if there's no alignment, there's no reason why you should be doing business with that person, because y'all visions don't line up. Think about it. Y'all gonna have disagreements about things that you shouldn't be disagreeing about. Stuff that me and you should be aligned. Like, you know what? I know this is the direction we're going in. How do I know? Because we said we wanted to go towards California where the weather was better, right? So we need to go towards the water, not towards the desert, right? We need to be aligned. Everyone in your organization needs to be aligned. And alignment starts with your vision statement from the first time they read it. Not only for that, it holds you accountable as well as a business owner, right? You said this is what you want to achieve. This is what you need to be. And I don't want to go too far ahead. I'm pretty sure that's in there. It also strengthens your branding and your marketing. So think about it. You shouldn't just be talking about the products that you sell or the service that you provide. When you market, you should market your vision. Hey, y'all, this is my company. This is what I'm trying to achieve in this community, in this world, in this environment, right? Do you believe in me? Do you believe in it? Because if so, I'm gonna put that in my marketing, and it's gonna sound so much stronger than me saying, hey, buy this $5.99 product. Hey, get 2 for 1. Nah, let me tell you the value of my company and what I'm trying to achieve, because it's gonna actually go lead to my next thing. It's gonna attract talent and investment. So because I'm marketing that vision, right now, people from the outside, they want to be a part of that vision. Not only do they want to be a part in it, some people, they don't have a skill set, but they got the money, right? I can't help you on this, but I got this money to help you, and I promise, and I love what your vision is. I want to buy into your vision, right? We need those type of people. That's why your vision statement has to be very strong, and you have to stand by it. Anybody got any questions before we go to the next one? You do?
You mentioned something about the personality. I missed the second part.
I think I was freestyling. I ain't on here.
Well, no, you said it before, kind of like in helping people
Identify
identify like their personality, and what was the other part?
in your behaviors.
Personality and behavior. So
And I have a slide here. We're gonna talk more about that later. Yeah. So one thing about me is I add personality and behaviors in everything, so it's gonna come out. So steps to craft your vision. You want to identify your core values and your mission. So going back to your question. So your core values and mission, you want to reflect on your fundamental beliefs, your principles, and purpose that guide your professional decisions and actions. Clearly define your mission statement to serve as the North Star for your vision, right? So when I say core values, what type of person or what type of person do you need to be to achieve your goals and your vision? What type of people do you need on your team to achieve your goals and your mission, right? And then what is it about that personality? If I have a personal home care facility, it's very important that I hire somebody who's caring, right? Who's empathetic, right? I don't need nobody who's a driver. I don't need somebody who's stern. I don't need that. My grandma and them old folks, they don't need that. They need you to be patient with them, right? It's going to take me an hour to get to the other side of the house. You're going to be patient with me to get me across. Even if we got to go one time, right? Yeah, granted, you might have somebody who can go 20 times, but this one person, they got, they stamina is one time, and that's what you're going to be there for, right? I also need them to be caring. I need them to want them to get better. That needs to be the main focus. I can't have nobody in a position like that want money. I'm just here to get money. Oh, you here for the wrong reason. Now tell me you here to serve. Tell me the story about your grandma, how you took care of her before she died, and now you wanted to always give back, right? Show me a story and some passion behind why it is you do what you do, and then that's the buy-in that I'm not gonna buy in. I got 20 college degrees, so that don't mean you can do this job. That don't mean you can be in this role. At one point in time, you're gonna feel like you're bigger than this role. You're too smart for this role. This is not the role for you. Not mean I don't have a role for you in my company that fits you. Yeah, I might need a supervisor, manager, somebody who can drive the team, push them in the right direction. I'll hire you for that, right? So it's very important that you know that vision, all those core values. And I'm gonna go into something else with this. So with core values, I love it for a company, but I love them even more for a person. So in my book, The Manifesting Playbook, I tell people to come up, we call them affirmations, right? You got your affirmations, they're great, right? That's what you want to become. You got to see yourself. But really, what are your core values? So I have a list of words that I tell you to pull from, and you just pull from it. And I usually go at about 15. And about those core values, everything that I do, I must do those with that core, right? It has to be the driver of everything that I do, amongst everything that I do. So I'll say if my core value is helping others, right? I just want to be of service to others. But I'm out here and I'm selfish. I'm all about money. All you see me is talking about profit all the time. Every time you talk to me, I'm like, hey, you buy my book? Hey, you buy my book? Yeah, I can help you. Right? You're not here to serve. You're here to make money. And then your mission is how you get there, right? If I want to make it to, my goal is to make it to Henderson, right? But in order for me to get to Henderson, I have to have the mission. The mission is the direction. That's the guidance. That's the GPS on how you're going to get there, right? And then it's not just how you're going to get there. What's the mindset that you're going to have as you get there, right? I'm going to be patient. Are you going to be rushing, right? If you're rushing, you want to be first. I mean, it makes sense. But if you're going to be patient, you're going to be aware of everybody that's around you on your journey, right? And it's a different mindset that you have to have. You have to visualize the future. And when I say visualize the future, you may not have the huge vision. You may have to hire somebody on your staff or somebody on your team that has that bigger vision, right? A lot of times it's just about information, about exposure. If you ain't been exposed to certain things, your vision is going to be a little bit limited, right? Because you're only going to go by a model. Like we see what's your model? Who have you seen do it to make you believe that that it's possible for you?
Can I offer an example?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
So the McDonald's Corporation that everybody knows about, it started out with two men that were owners that only wanted just one store. But then Ray Kroc got involved, and he's like, no, I got a vision to take this national. And they had some struggles because they was not interested in expanding. So that's the difference.
Yeah. For y'all, if you want to elaborate on that, go watch The Founder on Netflix. It's an amazing movie. Go ahead, sir.
So I got an example as well. So with my nonprofit, we teach life skills and we want to transform the mind. But me as the founder, I smoke weed and it messes up my thoughts and kind of take my thoughts away and have me procrastinate. Even though I have a medical card, it's like I have those moments where I'm trying to teach. I want to teach people something, but it's like, how could I teach them effectively, knowing that, I mean, I have a set of core values, faith-based and everything, but still being sober-minded and the enemy attacking is going to be heightened with the people that I'm trying to help. But I want to make sure my values align with that. So I've been slowing up to eventually stop because I've tried to say, well, I know where my place is and what I want to do, but it keeps boiled down to being an example that I want people to be. So I got to change some of my ways. I can't just have this good thing going and try to teach people this good thing, and then I go home and I'm chilling and I'm getting high.
Yeah.
So I just thought that would be a great example.
I love it. And you definitely don't want to be a hypocrite, right? But one thing I learned about your business is your business, although it's you in the beginning, it's not you entirely. The goal is for the business to work without you. You should be able to live whatever type of lifestyle you want to live. And if you hire the people to be able to fulfill your vision, then so be it. No one knows why you smoke. No one knows. right? For the people who do smoke, they all smoke for different reasons. I know people who smoke to get creative. When I wrote my books, I wrote my whole books high, and that's I told him, I didn't tell nobody that ever. We on podcast. Oh my God. Woo! Woo!
But I also get down on myself. I get creative, but then my mind, I procrastinate. But I do get creative.
So we got to talk. So we definitely got to talk because my mind has been through. I went through the same thing, right? And what I had to learn was, so there's a portion of my book where I'm sober, and there's a portion of my book where I'm high, right? And people like the high parts better. I'm more open. I don't open up as much as I did when I was sober. But I find a way to use it as a benefit. I find a way to use it as a tool, right? It's off of time. It's like medicine. Like certain people get anxiety and certain people need medicine. Some people get anxiety and they can meditate and think, they can breathe it away, whatever works for you. But I don't want that to be a detractor for you. But I understand what you're saying as you being a vision, as it being a vision for your company. You want to be able to live by that example. It's not going to last all the time. And then what happens if something happens in your life and that's tragic, right? I'm going through a divorce right now, right? And you can only imagine what my mindset is like, how I have to motivate myself, or I have to separate myself from my thoughts so I can be creative, so I can do things like this, right? Whatever you do, while you do it, figure out the benefit of it and just do it in moderation and do it to where it's beneficial for you. All right. The next thing is align your vision to market needs and trends. So we're gonna go to your business, your transportation, right? So you align your vision with market needs. So you know that people need transportation. We in Las Vegas, we in a transient location. Not just that, you want tourism as well. So you have to figure out your solution to the problem, and then you got to figure out how are you going to compete with all your competitors. So you got to figure out your USP, your unique selling proposition, and what differentiates you from your competition. It can be something as easy as so you can do the same thing as other businesses, but you can market it differently. I know some businesses, and there's this one story about like Budweiser, and they market and they said that they use filtered water to make their beer, right? Now in the industry, everybody like we all use filtered water, right? Although we all use it, I'm the company that tells everybody that I'm using it. So now if anybody else say they use filtered water, you just sound like you copying off of me, right? So you got to figure out what's your competitive edge and how you're going to market that, and that's what makes you unique. So even if it makes you unique because everybody else is doing it, you say you do it, right? But what else can make you unique? And then what else can really make you valuable to your market space? A lot of times it's all based on problems that's been happening in the market. The other thing is you want to make sure that you follow certain trends, right? If you have to adapt, if you have to pivot, you can adjust your vision. Once you write your vision the first time, that don't mean that it's solid. You can make adjustments to that vision. Your vision can change tomorrow, right? You can go to a conference this weekend and then next week bring back all that information and say, oh, we're going to do this now, right? Think about a person that never learned AI, that don't know nothing about AI, right? Their business has been working just off of manual, whatever, all this time. And they go to a conference, they come back, their whole vision going to be different. You mean I can do all the work that I've been doing in one day instead of 5 days? Yeah. Now we can compete. And we can compete against some big brands, right? Because our services are different. Anybody got a question on that? All right. So grab a piece of paper. And we're going to do a little exercise real quick. So you had an opportunity to reflect and articulate your professional vision. We're going to write down your personal vision statements and to see how we can gain some clarity to your goals, your values, and your aspirations. So this is your vision. Come up with like a two sentence vision statement. What do you want to achieve? And then you want to make sure that it's something that other people are going to buy into. Just make it just for you. Make it to where other people can be inclined as well. I'll give y'all like 60 seconds to do so. Yeah, I'll say personal and business if you see if they align, put them together. I usually got like a YouTube window over here. I can play some music while we doing this. I got a radio show. I hate dead air. Oh, I saw me live on there.
Oh yeah.
I saw it. When y'all work, what do y'all work to? Do y'all work to any music? Anybody work to music?
Yeah, chill hop, EDM.
Yeah,
hip
this
hop.
it's my thing right here.
Gospel.
Hip hop gospel?
Not hip hop gospel.
Oh, just gospel. I don't know if the volume is on in here.
You said what?
Oh, Lecrae smooth too.
I'm not really into the hip hop gospel, but I like Lecrae.
This got volume? Oh, that's up all the way too.
All the way.
I guess not.
Right, coming from your laptop.
For me, it just depends if I'm in the creative and really deep thoughtful, it'll be classical. But then if I'm flowing, it'll be jazz or like some Sade or Nita Baker, something like real smooth.
Yeah. That Sade, it worked for me too.
Yeah.
I learned that I work a lot better to hey Danielle. I found that I hey, thank you. Cause look what I got. Bam. This ain't got no label on it, but it's from Danielle Goodwin. Is this watermelon? Yeah. Taste juice bar? Yeah.
That was almost a cardinal sin. You pulled out the competition.
I had to let her know. Shout out to Taste Juice Bar though.
What's it called?
Taste Juice Bar. Mm-hmm. Appreciate you.
The person that created it, is he a guy?
Say it again.
The person that owns it, is he a guy?
Which one? Taste? That's Danielle right there. Yeah. Where my presentation at? All right, we back.
I'm so sorry. I feel like I was sorry. So you said write a vision statement for your business.
Anybody want to share theirs? No, not yet. That's the old one. Anybody want to share their vision statement? Still working on it? All right.
I had a wild vision statement that Sammy helped me put together.
Okay.
But it's really wild because it makes it kind of makes me nervous thinking about like how big of a vision it was.
Oh.
Which was to inject like $1 million to $10 million into communities like this one around the country.
Okay.
To make like an overarching impact of like $1 billion economic impact.
Okay.
And how was by matching gig work or business opportunities to entrepreneurs or freelancers.
I love that. So you create one successful model here, and then you just replicate it multiple times, and then there goes your 100 million.
Right.
It's gonna be easy for you because people need it. Right. And then if you create the one business model, if you create one business model that works in one place, you can take it in many other places. We had a vacation in New Jersey, and we were trying to figure out something to do. It was like something in the evening. And so my favorite board game is Monopoly. I didn't pack it in my suitcase, but when I was out in Jersey, I just went to the Walmart out there and I bought Monopoly out there, right? Same package, same game, same pieces, nothing was different. And that's how we need to build our businesses. Our businesses need to be built just like that, where you can take it and you can package it. The other thing I want people to realize is, I know that we build a lot of passion products and we do a lot of passion work, but the goal is really for you not to be working in your passion. Your goal should be to sell this and then create something else that you can sell. Because there's people out here that are not creative that's willing to buy your idea for tens of millions of dollars. All you got to do is find the right customer base, have the right marketing strategy, and really know how to retain your customers and your clients. That's why you see people build these groups, right? There's this book I'm reading right now. It's called 12 Months to $1 Million. Great book. You should get it if you don't have it. It's an audio book. And in that book, what they did was they created, he's a yoga, he likes yoga, right? They decided, okay, if we're gonna do yoga, they said, what's one thing that every yoga person needs? What's the one thing every yoga person? A yoga mat, right? So what they did was they started creating a mat, but while they was creating that mat, they created a Facebook group called I Love Yoga. And in 1 week, they had 3,000 people sign up, right? So 3,000 people sign up for this Facebook group called I Love Yoga. And all he doing is this, it's not even his content. He sharing content from all over the place, yoga content, yoga videos, yoga sayings. But what happened was is after they had the group for about a month, what they did was is they said, hey guys, we're coming out with a yoga mat. And they didn't use it as a marketing slogan. They wanted people to be involved in the process. So they went out, they did surveys. What are some things that really matter to you when you have your yoga mat? What are some problems that you have with yoga mats? Some people, they say, you know, they make my knees hurt. You know, some people say it's not long enough for me. Some people say it's too long, right? They took all of this. So they start asking these questions in the group. And then they start asking people, you know, hey, we're doing the manufacturing portion. What's some things that we should add to it? And everybody was like, you should add this and you should do this and you should do this, right? Getting all these people's ideas, but what he was getting more than anything was their buy-in. Because when you have a say-so, now you have a buy-in. Now I'm looking at I'm part of this manufacturing process. Right? It's kind of like when I did my book, I was like, what cover should I come out with? The one on the left or the one on the right? Right? People felt like they had a decision. I want it. So when it came out, they was like, oh, he chose the one that I picked. So it made them more inclined to purchase it and support it. Not just purchase it and support it, but they were even willing to tell 10 friends about it. Right. And that was his business philosophy. So the vision was, okay, I want to sell a product, I want to make $1 million. How do I do it? I had to find this product. I got this niche. I know exactly who's going to buy it. But what happens is you get one product to be successful, then you figure out what's the second product. People do yoga blocks, right? So now you got these yoga blocks that help you get more extended. Because people were so invested in your first product, they invested in the second product too. And then what happens is you got two products that are successful. You come out with a third product. Same mindset, same strategy. It's just more people. And you got to be specific about telling people to share your stuff. Hey, I need you to invite this person to this. Hey, I need you to attend this. And then what happens is once you get those three products, this is when you get like the Johnson & Johnsons. They come to you and they want to buy your product because they don't want to compete with you, right? You've already cornered this part of this segment, this market segment. They want the whole market. So if you got this 10,000 clients, they want them 10,000, and they're willing to pay top dollar for it.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
So is there a difference from collaboration versus they wanted to buy your whole product? Or is that still in the same classification?
It's the same. It depends on how they come in as a partner. So how do they fit? So you know in your business what you need. And then some businesses, they come in and might say, I can help you expand, right? I want you to, so what happens is you get an investor who doesn't want to do the work. They just want to make the investment, right? I just need to see, I want to invest in you as the person, this product, and keep it going. But some people that's like, I already know this market. You're not taking advantage. You're not leveraging every place that you can. I'd rather just buy out your business, and they'll do it like that. Okay. Anybody want to share their vision statement? I just need one.
I'll do it.
Come on.
My vision statement is to educate people and
My vision statement is to educate people and my clients on the difference between raw Indonesian hair and Burmese hair, because a lot of people just want good hair. They don't know the back end of it or where the hair comes from. And then also,
that's a statement, because a lot of people just do your statement. You good.
Oh,
and that's why I got it. So I'm gonna help you with
sorry.
that. I'm gonna help you with telling people what you do without having to tell them why you do it.
Okay,
right?
yeah, that's what I need help on. So I just did my vision statement as best as my knowledge. It might be longer, but that's the statement though.
So I want you to use that same vision statement, and then I want you to put it into ChatGPT and see how they can enhance that.
Okay, that's what I was gonna do.
You got it?
Yeah,
I love it. Elias got y'all on point. Somebody over here want to share one?
Yeah. Vision statement, vision of Wild West USA is to get affordable and stylish. The vision of Wild West USA is to get affordable and stylish prescription eyewear to the urban community and low-income families.
Okay. All right. I love it.
Thank you.
So over the time and duration of your business, even if you pass away, right, your business should be able to live on, because whoever takes over, they should want to fulfill that mission for you.
Okay.
To bring stylish eyewear to disadvantaged communities.
Yeah.
Right. That's what your business is about. Now, when your business start dipping into communities that's not disadvantaged, you're no longer fulfilling your vision. Right. You might have to tailor it to be in something else because you want your vision to align what it is that you do in your organization. Danielle, you want to go last? Oh, he want to go?
Oh no, I was trying to get.
Oh, you can go. Yeah, okay, perfect.
This is a mic.
Yeah, it's a mic.
Hello.
They can hear you online.
Oh, I didn't even know. I didn't even know all that. Okay, so Taste You Spar is a brand created with women's health in mind. Each recipe is designed to provide amazing traditional value in every bottle that helps combat nutritional deficiencies that plague women monthly.
I love it. I love it. Thank you, Danielle.
Oh, you said one more, and then 2 people went. You good?
I did. All right, I appreciate you. Because I'm looking at the time like, ooh, I'm way over.
Okay.
All right. So let's talk a little bit about influence, right? And what's influence? What is influence to you? You go.
Influence to me is people. Like in a way, like if you have influence, you're able to have people kind of gather around you. You're able to, you're able to invite someone, they show up to an event. There's a lot of people that can't do that. So to me, that's influence.
That is definitely influence. So the definition of influence is the ability to affect the thoughts, behaviors, and actions of others without the use of formal authority or power, right? Without authority or power. So this is where we start learning the difference in leaders and managers, right? Not everybody is a leader. Everyone is a leader, and at some point in time in their life, they got to lead something, right? But you really have to develop that skill set. And when it comes to being influential, it can't just be about you. You got to know how. You got to know how to touch on people's with them. The what's in it for me, right? Okay, I can help you. You can influence me, but by me helping you, what is it doing for me? What am I going to get from this? A lot of businesses, they have a hard time acknowledging people the way they should, right? I'm a real big fan of the 5 love languages. Anybody ever read that book? You know the 5 love languages? So you want to educate the folks? I'll fill in where you.
Gifts, words of affirmation,
quality time, acts of service. So acts of service is my top love language. If a person want to show me that they love me, just do something for me. Make my life easier. That's it. Just make my life easier. There's other people who like, buy me something. Just buy me something. Buy me a gift. Show me you love me. There's some people, they just want quality time, right? Hey, just spend some time with me. You don't got to buy me nothing. We don't got to go nowhere fancy. Let's just spend this quality time, right? What was the other one? What was the one you said?
words of affirmation.
Oh, physical touch, right? Some people like physical touch. Some people like think about like a sport, right? In sports, high fives, right? Hugs, right? Good job, right? In your face, like a whole different level of closeness than people outside of that will ever understand, right? It's an athletic thing, right? It's just a way you can touch each other to where it's more encouraging than it is anything else, right? And then what was the last one? Words of affirmation. Who need words of affirmation? All right, yeah. Words of affirmation feel good. I think that's my number 2. I like to be acknowledged for the greatness that I do. I like to be appreciated. And just for you just to tell me, right? By me doing this, you did this. I told you when you go on stage and you getting your business award, all I want you to say is my coach Brandon Ward helped me get there, right? That's my word of affirmation. Go ahead.
So you were talking about leaders and influence. So the overall gist of my nonprofit is to teach leadership, to have leaders come out of my program by teaching self-sufficiency, which is how much as me as a leader can I teach someone how to believe in themselves as a leader. Not codependent, but how much can I bring together my resources and self-care, education, and faith to be able to provide upward mobility in mold leaders.
I love what you do.
Influencer, but just leaders in general in every aspect of their life.
I love what you, because even as you teaching them those principles, they then have to learn how to be influential, right? Because they have to be able to be able to help others, and then they got to be able to turn other people into leaders as well. We have a lot of alignment. We'll be able to partner on some things. What I love about that approach is that the influence itself is just them going through the process, and then they're not really going to see how much influence they have until they get put into those roles to be an example, right? But the thing is you got to pretty much mold them throughout that process. And then you have to teach them that not only do you have to learn this information, but you have to live this information. You got to walk in this information. It's got to be seen on you, right? And this is what changes people. That's why them core values are so important, because the core values really change the way you approach life. If you say you disciplined, then you got to be disciplined. You say you motivated, you can't really come out discouraged, right? That's your core values, because you're telling people what they expect from you. And you got to walk that walk every day. Let's see if I can breeze through these. Let's say the keys to developing influence, right? Keys to developing influence include effective communication, active listening, and building trust, right? That's listening to people. So when we have interactions with certain folks, it's not about just telling people what it is. I can do this, I can do this, I can do this for you. I said that, hey, I need to know what it is that you do so I can tailor my message to where it is aligned with what it is that you need to hear for your own personal development and growth. Right. And that's how I need to be. So whenever we go into any situation, we need to make sure that we listen to everything that's being said. Because I'm going to tell you one thing about people and customers. They tell you how to treat them. You got a boyfriend, you got a girlfriend, husband or wife. They tell you how to treat them. Your kids tell you how to treat them. Right. It depends on, are you willing to be humble enough to say, OK, you know what? Let me treat you the way that you want to be treated. It goes back to that platinum rule I was teaching the other day. Right. It's not treat people the way you want to be treated. It's treat people the way that they want to be treated. And it's always going to go down to that. Go ahead, sir.
Can I just comment one thing?
Yeah.
The intersection of like influence building on top of core values, right? If somebody tells you what their values are, it's almost like gives you the ability to influence certain things. Like let's say you're a part of a company and the company says these are our core values, and something's going on that might not be in alignment with those core values. That's what the core values are there for.
Yeah.
Like, hey, don't forget we have these core values, and you got to recalibrate to be in alignment. And sometimes you can even leverage that in your own like interpersonal stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. So you got a person in your organization who is not showing that they are living by the values that you've said, right? It's amazing. So you go into this, say you get a customer who complained about this person and you say, hey, this person did this. Well, I just want to let you know that we're dealing with it. If you look into our policy, if you look at our core values, this is what we stand for. And because he didn't stand for this, or she didn't stand by this, there's disciplinary actions that need to be taken place, right? A person can only make those mistakes so many times before you get them out of your organization. So this is where people can have great interviews and they can tell you all the great things that they, that they can do, but then they got to live by those things. All right. Why does influence matter? Influence matters because it drives change. Not just drive change, but it also inspire collaboration within your organization. It creates a way more synergy within your organization as well. You want people to want to come to work. You want people to want to be successful in your company. You want people to want to see you win. When people don't like you, they'll do anything to sabotage you, even if they work for you. Especially if they work for you and they still expect for you to give them a check on every other Friday, they still will sabotage you. So it's very important for you to always reference their behavior and their job performance back to the core values and the mission and vision of the company. And so let's go to the next slide. Elias, what time we stopping? It's 12:10, sir.
Your call.
All right, I'll do like another 10, 5, 10, if that's all right.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about some leadership development, right? One thing that's important is that we lead by example. We talked about that, making sure that you exemplify the values, behaviors, and actions that's expected from your team. The second that you contradict that, this is the second that you're going to start to lose your team. And it's so hard to get people to come back. It's so hard to get people to believe in you, especially if you have expectations out of me, but you can't fulfill those yourself. people will completely turn on you, and then it will have an effect on your business. You want to learn how to encourage and empower. So, not like I said, I use the 5 love languages because not everybody wants words of affirmation. Not everybody wants gifts, right? I need to figure out what is it specifically. How specifically should I acknowledge you and your performance? Do you want to be acknowledged in front of everybody? Hey, John did this great thing. We're gonna put it out in the newspaper. We're gonna do a whole press release. Or I can just say, you know what? I'm just gonna put it in during our meeting. I'm just gonna say, hey, John, great job. I might just be able to send John an email. John might not want all that attention. He may just want to know that he's acknowledged. And then what are you doing? You know, hey, I've got a bonus on your next check. That might give him, he might be happy about that. When you show appreciation to people and it's in a way that makes them feel uncomfortable, it makes them objective to doing those things again because they don't want to feel like that. It's very important that we communicate effectively. I truly believe in order for you to communicate effectively, you have to listen before you talk. And you need to figure out what it is that other people want, what are their needs and what are their desires, right? If I'm a disciplined person based on a policy that they did, it's one thing for me to discipline them and coach them. The other thing is I need to reference what they're trying to achieve within the organization in that discipline, right? You said you wanted to be a supervisor. You said you wanted a raise. You said you wanted to make an impact, and these are not the behaviors that are going to get you there, right? I can't make it to where it's just them versus the policy. It's like them versus the Bible. No, this is an agreement that you made. You said that you would do this, and you said by doing this you would accomplish this. And it's not just your it's not just your responsibility to get you there. It's my role to help you get there. But I can only help you get there if you can help the company get to where it got to get to. The relationship in a business and an organization needs to be 2 ways. It can't just be where it's beneficial for just the organization and you yourself. You have to figure out what people's passion is, why are they there, and what are they getting out of working with you. My new role right now, my pay is okay. It's not the greatest, but the access that they've given me for training and development is worth more than the pay. Like I'm already enrolled in like John Maxwell Leadership Academy. They already made the investment to give me another certification in business coaching. So I don't really have to work with a client until I get all this training done. So I got a whole month or 2 where it's just me developing me and training me. Kind of go back to when I was a police officer. They developed me for 6 months, and then I got to go to the streets and utilize what they taught me. What value are you going to bring to your staff, your culture, your employees? It don't always got to be money. The education is huge for some people. And demonstrate integrity. That's just doing what you said you was going to do. Simple as that. Do what you said you was going to do, and then always do the right thing when possible. Sometimes you got to make the best choice, right? Sometimes it's 2 wrong decisions. See who y'all vote for president next election. Got to make the best decision. All right. We're not going to do no role playing right now. We'll skip this one. It's called the importance of goal setting. So it's all based on your vision. So when you do your plans and you do your goal setting, you should all be based on what your vision was in your company. Go back to your mission statement, go back to your core values, and create goals according to that. In order for me to accomplish my vision, these are the goals that I have to accomplish, right? These little small, smart goals along the way, right? Specific, measurable, what is achievable, realistic, and time bound. That's what they said, timely. Higher motivation, and you want to have higher accountability, especially when it comes to the relevant and time bounds. The thing is you can't do everything by yourself. Y'all ever heard that saying, if you want to go fast, go by yourself. If you want to go far, you got to go with a team. It's like an African proverb. That's what they say. The thing is you got to make sure that you put the right people on your team. Everybody who interacts with your business, they should have a specific purpose. They should bring specific values to your team. And then you want to make sure that your goals are definitely something that are achievable. You got to know your personality as well. If you're a person who is super optimistic, like my parents, they're super optimistic. They believe that they can accomplish anything. But deep down, they really didn't put the plan together. They just said, this is my vision. This is how it's going to be accomplished. At some point, you got to put an analytical person on your team to break that goal down, to make it to where it is achievable. Right? We can't achieve the big bite immediately. We can't eat the elephant in whole in one bite. It's little bit by little bit, right? So what's more effective? How do I eat this elephant to where I still got an appetite? What's the parts that I should start with, right? It's got to be very strategic in everything that you do. Steps to setting goals. You want to break down long-term goals and the short-term milestones. So if I want to go 10 miles, how am I going to get the first mile? How am I going to accomplish that first mile? I might have to walk the first mile, right? After I get to a first mile, I might be able to stop by my grandma's house and I might be able to borrow her car, right? But then grandma don't got gas, so then I'm gonna have to travel another mile, and I'm at the next mile, I'm gonna have to, stop by my cousin's house to borrow some money for gas, right? Know what that 10 miles looks like for you. Know what your journey looks like, and then break it down. And I love AI because AI is the best at breaking it down for me. AI put a whole plan on how I could accomplish anything small. I think I asked it, I said, for my coloring book, I was like, I wanted to pick people building a pyramid. And I don't know, I think I put like how to build a pyramid. It was like, you got to dig a mile down into the ground. It was like, you need this much dirt. I was just like, oh my goodness. Well, I could build a pyramid with AI. I got the directions too. Prioritization and time management. Carefully prioritize your goals and then and the activities based on their importance and urgency, right? Allocate your time and your resources accordingly. Some goals you may need additional talent. Some goals you might need additional funding, right? In order for me to get this funding, I might have to, I got to get my credit right. And then now that I got my credit right, I got to get my business and my finance, my numbers together. You got to do all those things. So as you creating your goals, you want to be very specific on how you achieving them step by step. And then monitoring your progress and staying accountable. A lot of times we can't do that by ourselves. So it's best is to have like an advisor or some type of outside resource, mentor who can help us. There's so many programs that are available within our community, whether it be through this program, through the Chamber of Commerce, through Downtown Alliance, through the North Las Vegas City Hall. There's people who are willing to help you. If you're a veteran, you can talk to me for free. All right. So this one of y'all, what's some of your goals within your business? Based on yours, let's talk about that. Based on yours, what are some of your goals in you achieving your vision?
So my goals in my business to achieve is to sell my products that I already have, educate my clients on the difference between my products and why my products are different and unique from other people.
So you want to educate?
Yeah, educate and show them the difference of why I chose my business and the difference between everybody else.
So when you educate them, what do you want to educate them on?
So I want to educate them on the difference between raw Indonesian hair and Burmese curly hair. A lot of people know of Malaysian and Brazilian hair. So educate them on that. And then for the other portion, I have a hair growth oil. A lot of my clients, I created a product that's good for hair, skin, and nails. I'm gonna recap it. I created a product for hair, skin, and nails. It's all organic. A lot of my clients like to market it for their hair because it grows their hair very well. So I do want to educate my clients on that because they do know as just a hair growth oil, but I want to recap it and educate them like it's not just for hair, it's good for hair, skin, and nails.
So you say educate and you want to teach them the difference, you want to teach them about the product. How can you add value to that education though, right? So it's kind of like so when you educate, we need to educate people based on a problem. And it could be a problem with like when
hair
you say
loss.
differences, hair loss that's perfect, right? I love that. And then you can talk about what causes hair loss, how to prevent hair loss, right? If there's any medicines, any oils, anything that's out there that can help educate them on those things.
Yeah.
Other things will probably be like what did that
It's
Jada
raw.
Pinkett Smith
I'm
Smith
sorry.
have? Jada Pinkett
Alopecia.
alopecia, right? You
Mhm.
can educate people on what alopecia is.
Yeah,
right?
and my hair
Alopecia is
growth oil
this.
grow alopecia.
Okay. So then you can teach people about, okay, if you do got alopecia, you need to buy a wig. What type of wig should you buy, right? All of
Mhm.
these things are different educational topics. What helps you to be the expert. And by you educating and you being that expert, you can use that in your marketing. But at the same time, you don't always have to sound salesy when you're talking about your product, right? You don't have to
Yeah.
always sound like you just telling people about what it is that you do. You can tell
Mhm.
people about how my product helps you,
Okay.
right? How does my product differentiate from the other products? And then how can this product bring value into your life? How does it either solve your problems? How does it make it easier? And then going into it like that.
Okay. Thank you.
Can I have a quick comment?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
For example, like when you look at like YouTube's, there are
Mhm.
people that take the negative, like stop using these products, like they act like they want to be your friend, and we're just gonna give you good information. So you just take a different approach instead of like the direct approach. Like,
Okay.
listen, I'm just trying
Thank
to help
you.
you out. This is causing this problem, that problem, but then at the end you introduce your product.
I got an
Okay.
esthetician, and she talks about skin, lashes, like what products is good, why do you get acne, stuff like that.
Mhm.
Her content is on point. Like she stays so consistent, and then she breaks it up into the Opus videos and does the captions and things like that. So her name is Skin by Danny Nicole. So her name is Danny Nicole. Her business is Skin by Danny. My other one is Squad Beauty Professionals. It's Stephanie Ryder. That's my veteran. Squad Beauty Professionals. She does the same thing. Now, instead of her doing the education through the social media, she does the education by doing workshops at like expertise, the schools around. That's how we got her doing it. All right, so I'll be brief on this because we probably gonna have a whole workshop on this later. So the way that we identify strengths is always through DISC. DISC is dominance, interpersonal, steady, conscientious. It's a personality assessment that I use. What I've learned by utilizing this assessment is it teaches me how to effectively communicate with others. And then it gives me the opportunity to have realistic expectations of those people. When you understand this personality, you can tailor your message based on that personality type. So if I'm targeting a more dominant crowd, I'm gonna go to where my dominant crowd is, and I'm gonna make sure that they hear the message that I'm saying. They're gonna hear that this product is gonna give them the results that they need quick. They're gonna save money, or they're gonna save time, right? However it is, I'm gonna put it out there, but I need to show them that you're gonna get that result real quick. Best way for you to leverage this strength is just to utilize it in your marketing messages. So if I need to inspire and I want to reach that target segment, then I need to be inspirational in my messaging. And it's always about me adapting to other people's communication style. It's never having them adapt to mine. Because if it's me that wants something out of them, then I'm the one that should be doing everything I can to convince them to do work with me. Enhance your self-awareness. And then also, this could help you have a driving plan, and it just help you go into the right direction. All right, let me skip that. All right. So we're gonna go into a group discussion. I don't think we had time for it, but I'll just give y'all some like homework, right? Homework is gonna be to definitely come up with a vision statement that's for your business and for yourself that you can stick by, that it's not adding too much pressure on you, but you do want it to give you some anxiety. You heard Elias say his vision, he felt some way about even saying it again today. it brought a sense of anxiety to him, right? Because it's that big. And that's what your vision should do. Your mission should make you feel better about it because it makes it real. Like this is how you can accomplish it. Once you realize that it's not up to you to accomplish it by yourself, it becomes so much easier. And that's why you have your core values, because your core values is the type of people that you need, the type of characteristics that's needed in order for y'all to accomplish that vision together, right? After you do that for your business, do one for yourself in your own life as well. Just do it for yourself, something to see how it comes out. And then in 2 weeks, I want to hear it. If y'all can bring them to me, come up with a solid vision statement, something that you can market, something that you can post on your social media and tell people, hey, I'm such and such, and this is my business, and this is our vision statement. That's what I like to see. I like to see y'all post it on y'all social media somewhere. That'd be great. All right. Any questions? No questions? All right. If y'all want to connect with me, you can hit this QR code right here.